Hello, hello, hello. Yes, don't mind my bonnet. My hair is atrocious, and I just woke up not too long ago. So, yeah, a couple things have actually popped up. I've already started this reading, and I'm having to restart. Wow, it's like a guidebook in another language. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. I feel like whoever I'm talking to, you're about to be picking up on a new language, maybe light language, sound, light. Yeah, light language. I just said that. Okay, reiterating. So, yes, hi. I have not been on here in forever. I don't know about you, but there's been a lot of downloads. There's been a lot of upgrades to my cellular structure. Being very tired, the geostorms that are going on with the sun, and it's fitting because I got a new deck yesterday. It's a numerology deck. I can't even pronounce this name. Sir Julian Sequence or Julian Sequence by James Robin Eads. Beautiful artist. I really appreciate his contribution and what he has developed and made. It has actually inspired me a lot. So maybe some of you are going to be guided to something that inspires you. So the first card to come out this morning, I was actually going to take my dog out for the first time this morning. And something was like, oh, just pull one card. And I was like, okay, what's the number for today? And 1 came out. Now, in this deck, there are 6 cards with the number 1 on it. And they all have a different meaning. And same thing with 2, 3, 4, 5. I think they have a picture right here. Yeah, so there's a 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. There's a card for every single one of these numbers. So there's 6, 2, 6, 1, 6... so on and so forth. And for me, I was like, I can use this to find a angel number. You know, what's the angel number? Angel numbers really speak to me. It's been kind of one of those guiding posts to help me since my spiritual awakening a couple years ago. And it still blows my mind sometimes. So a lot of the times is what I should say. So let's get into it. The number was 1407, and then of course I did pull 2 more cards to just kind of clarify what we were getting. So 1407, if you look up the angel number, it talks about the ideas you're getting, the nudges you're getting, all of these different things. Oh, I did forget that, didn't I? And it's really cool because 1407 talks about your angels, your light team, your higher self sending you nudges, ideas. It's your intuition. They want you to go in that direction. What has been your desires lately? What has been in your interest? Because here's the thing, if you're super, super sensitive like me, and you start writing these things down, you're going to start noticing a pattern. So I was buying things and I was like, this isn't really my style, but I feel gravitated towards it. And I bought this outfit. And later on, I ended up coming in contact with the energy that it belonged to. I was picking up on an energy before I even met them. And it writing things down and not buying things immediately or jumping on things. Find out if it's yours or not. Find out if this is even your energy, because you don't want to waste your money. Yeah. I bought 2 outfits and then I haven't even worn them. They're not really my style. They're not. But at that time, it was because I was picking up on the energy of somebody I was going to meet. So my point is that keeping track and notes of what you're being guided to, what your inspirations are, what your desires are, because you want to find out what's actually yours and what isn't. And you might start noticing that you'll write something down, and then, like I just said, and it will be a clue. And you'll meet somebody and you'll be like, oh, wow, this was their energy. I was picking up on meeting them. And it's really going to save a lot of headaches, I guess I could say. And you'll start being able to pick up and play with your magic and your sensitivity And it's a process though, okay? So be kind to yourself. Don't be hard on yourself when you realize that you did something or ignored a little voice or a nudge or something. Just forgive yourself and then be like, oh, next time I will not do that. And then move forward, okay? So the sun. All things grow in the sun. So whoever I'm talking to, you could be doing a lot of sun work. You could be going out and doing Tai Chi, welcoming in the light codes, talking to the sun. That's a great way to welcome in those energies. And then we have 4. And this is about solidifying some kind of frequency. What you are being given. It's stabilizing. You're stabilizing some kind of light code. It's almost like crystallizing. You're solidifying it within yourself, like a knowing of some energy. And they don't talk yourself out of this, okay? Allow this process to happen, because next we have 0. And if you look at this card, you know, it can make you feel some kind of way with the symbols and signs on here. The tsunami is a huge, huge wave. And we know that water is emotions. Emotions and feelings. So to stabilize and solidify your knowing and understanding of who you are and what information you have been guided to and you have collected thus far is solidifying, or they want you to solidify this, because this huge wave of energy. And I was like, what is this huge tsunami? What does this have to do with? It's something unavoidable, okay? And then with 7 coming up after that, information. Do you see all of these references to tabs, to the internet, the book? This is knowledge. This is information that is going to feel like a tsunami. I'm also hearing ground yourself here with the 4, the solidifying and stabilizing your energy, your sun, your solar plexus, to allow this flow of knowledge to come in, and have your questions ready, okay? When we are in alignment, and when our external and our internal worlds are synced up, and we're able to ask questions, and things outside of us are confirming or not confirming them, this is a very potent time to ask really beneficial questions. I know that whenever I can get into these states, I'm in like awe, and sometimes I can forget. I kind of like practice now, like, what do I need to do to align to my highest timeline? And I kind of quit asking for things or what I thought that I wanted and needed, because I realized that I didn't know, and that my spirit team, my light team, my passed over loved ones, my mother, all of these unseen forces that are here to help and guide us, Divine Mother, Divine Father, they know. They can hold, we can only hold so much in these little human vessels at a time. You know, that's why nobody can know everything. It's impossible in these forms. So, but they have access to the whole, to the all. They see a lot more than we do. So when we give our faith and our trust over to them, which is what I have been doing, and I feel like somebody else is starting to catch on that, kind of going with the ride. You know, with the North Node in Pisces right now and the South Node in Virgo, we're letting go of the analytical and having to understand and explain every single thing. We're moving into an intuitional feel, kind of just flowy, like communication with the other side, very mystical energy, very Neptunian energy, dreams. Keep track of your dreams, because, and this was the 1407. If you Google it, you'll see that it's talking about ideas, nudges, desires, things that are coming to you at this time. But again, writing them down and getting confirmation. You can play with your magic. You can play with your own reality. You are the main character of your story. So writing these things down and getting clarifications, getting, you know, If you want them in songs, ask them if you listen to music a lot, be like, I would like a confirmation in a song, and then be open to, don't be like, oh, I don't like this song, I'm going to change it. You don't know. It might have a message in there and you might end up absolutely loving it. Some songs start off different and the tempo changes. So go with what feels right. Okay. Trust your first instinct. Don't talk yourself out of it. Okay. What was that question? So after those first 4 cards initially came out, and I was like, wow, there's some really potent, loving sun, raw energy that's being crystallized within somebody, because there is a wave of energy, a wave of knowledge that is coming in. And to know what is yours and what is not yours in this lifetime is very beneficial, or it's very beneficial for anybody. So that we don't get lost in the sauce, don't get lost in other people's energy and other people's desires and what they're gonna do. We have to tap into our own inner light, nobody else's. Is this really loud? Probably is. Okay, so I is for individuality. Don't second guess yourself. Go with your first instinct. This card can show up when we are getting back to the root of something and why you began something in the first place. Yes. So this is kind of, this is reminding me of the beginning of time, the first trauma, the original wound, which is separation, because spirit, the all source, came into consciousness as like, oh, I am. Wow. I am that I am. Wow, this is, I'm me. And it wanted to experience itself because it was all alone. It was all by itself, and it wanted to experience itself, and it had the capability of doing so. So, good job, baby. So it separated. Think of the yin and the yang, okay? There's one being, and then it separated, became light and dark, right? So that was the initial wound. And when you separate, when you break yourself in half, it creates a trauma. Okay, it creates the trauma of separation. I think there's also a story with Arctica or something, Diane being the dark, and then the light bearer, Lucifer, and he wanted to be by himself, and she like missed him so much, she wanted to go back into union and become whole again, or loved him so much and wanted to devour him and go back into oneness and wholeness, and he was like, no. So there is something here about what was the first initial trauma, what got your journey going, and following that line, following and finding the patterns, so that you can start picking up on stuff in your own reality. So that's for somebody. And asking yourself, the self, who are you? What is it that makes you you? Your things, your beliefs, your appearance, your mind. Now, don't be afraid to change your mind. Absolutely. Absolutely. Our minds are constantly going to be changing because we're brought to these new truths. They're constantly evolving. You're going to be spoon-fed the truth that you can digest at that current point in time. And you'll notice, if you keep track of it after year after year after year, you'll notice that it changes. It changes and it evolves into a more refined version of it, okay? That's why there really is no truth and fact. I mean, we have truth and fact from where we're standing at this point right now. But, yeah, that's really deep, Spirit. I don't even know how to articulate that. So, this tsunami of information that's going to be coming into you is going to be a lot. Water and fire, also sun and moon, a portal, and the eye. Somebody could be accessing a seraphim, communicating with the eye within them, the universe within them. Okay, I'm gonna move on. I know there was something else, I just can't remember at this moment. Okay. The internal balance, 2. Yeah, the sun and the moon, balance. Okay, so 2 years. You could have been going through something for about 2 years. All things exist in perfect balance. This card represents your ability to achieve harmony. It is right around the bend. You will blossom. So I do see somebody taking this information and utilizing it for their own individual path, their own individual timeline, but also realizing, you know, the much bigger picture, the higher vantage point of everything that's going on. And it's almost like... it is what it is. We are made of light and shadow. So I see somebody really coming into balance with the information that is going to be given to them. And remember to write down some questions. That is one thing, like when you go into the zero point energy, the tsunami energy, which is very kind of overwhelming because it is so potent and it has all of this information. It's like the unified field. It's tapping into the Akashic record or the unified field, whatever you want to call it. It's tapping into the field of knowledge, the field of information. And it's like somebody is really, really asking to understand what's going on. And I see you receiving it, solidifying it, creating harmony. It's going to create harmony within you and a balance. And it's almost like, whoa, okay. Wow, I can really sit down and start creating and playing with my reality and having fun and bringing harmony and helping others as well. But what's the key thing, right? We cannot help others unless we help ourselves. When we heal ourselves, we heal the world because it ripples out. It has an effect. It raises your frequency and it literally affects every single thing that you touch. I also see somebody getting in touch with the moon cycles. And the Holy Trinity. Interesting, interesting. Okay, so with that done, I really like this because it's got gold. It was a free gift from Prima Visions. Ooh. Where are you? Yeah, it's down here. Prima Visions. So I'm going to pull a card for each one of these. Justice. Justice. And that's coming up underneath the sun. You're growing. And this is justice. This is this is part of how you're going to get your justice, you know, without malicious intent or wanting, you know, others to suffer because of what they put you through, because you realize that they are you and you are them. And if they suffer, that means you're going to suffer, and other people in the all, part of the one, are going to suffer. And it's like, can we just nip this in the butt? Like, those who've done me wrong, just help them heal, help them see through what was actually going on, and help them heal and elevate, you know. When you can get to that point, that is true forgiveness. When you can send out healing and loving energy and just like, it's not tolerating or putting up with how they treated you, but it is forgiving them for not knowing. They know not what they do. They didn't understand. They didn't know what they were actually doing. And for whoever I'm talking to, you're either knowing this or you're about to be shown this information, which really helps take away the blame and all this, like, oh, it's their fault, this and that happened. You're going to start realizing, or you already have, that this was all planned out. Give me something with that. That I'm not understanding. Oh, oh, okay. I said, don't take it. I didn't ask a question. I was talking about something else when it came out, and that's what it was. It was speaking of, you know, when they left you out in the cold, when they threw you out, they didn't help you, or they didn't pick up the phone when you really needed them, or they said they were going to do something and then they didn't. It's looking past that and realized the rejection was for your protection. And it needed to happen sooner rather than later so that you could continue forward on your mission, on your path. So what is this for of the solidifying, alchemizing kind of energy. Two of Pentacles. Yeah. It's funny because I see Two of Pentacles and I see like two, which is 4. A balancing. Yeah, you're balancing out some kind of energy. You're stabilizing it. Solidifying here with this he almost looks like Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty had a great fall. So all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. Somebody couldn't put you back together, but you're putting yourself back together. Realizing it was you. You had the power. It's your hands. It's your hands. Something about your hands. Very healing hands. Yeah, you're bringing something. There's a lot of balance and stabilization here. 5 of Wands. Yeah, of course. So it's coming up underneath the 0, the 0 point energy, which is also the tsunami. So here is the 5 of Wands, conflict, you know, fire energy, very fiery. And then we have the water. So again, fire and water, something about fire and water. It's like bringing a balance, stabilizing some kind of energy that you're getting access to at this time. I mean, the void and universal oneness, when you can tap into that field, it can be very, very overwhelming and cause conflict because you can be shown things that you had no idea were going on. But it will help make sense of things too. Conflict, you have to have conflict in order to have a good story, right? And you are the main character, you know this, but you have been trained for this. Like, you're picking up on the process, the steps, what happens, and not judging things the way that you might have used to. Yeah, believe in yourself because you haven't went through everything that you went through just for something crazy to come in that you're not going to be able to handle. No, it's not like that anymore. It's not going to be like it has in the past. You have a lot more, yeah, you have a lot more power, Queen of Wands, with this book, the 7 of knowledge that's coming in. Wow. Yeah, it's like you're taking that wand energy, that fire energy. Wow, I see, this is literally lighting a fire under you. Yeah, the conflict of this knowledge, this tsunami of emotion and energy that's coming in for somebody is going to give you a boost in creativity and in your willpower. It's like you're going to know where to direct it. Yeah, 9 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, if you've been asking for financial freedom or a way to express your own life story and what you have to offer from the life that you have lived, I see you getting a burst of inspiration and creativity, and like your solar plexus is just going to be on fire, especially with the sun over here and justice. Yeah, you're balancing out some kind of scale. There's so much balance here. I want to see, yeah, I have a feeling it's going to be balanced like right before, and then this middle thing with the tsunami and the information coming in, which could be a little chaotic, but remember to go within. Remember, the power is within you. Believe in yourself. Okay, Spirit, how about this one? This one, believing in their instincts. Judgment. You're going to get called. Wow. You're being shown your path. You're being shown, yes, this is you. Yes, you're being called. Archangel Gabriel is coming through very, very strong. Very strong. Trumpets, wow. Are you going to follow? Are you going to believe that this is you? This is you. This door is opening. Are you going to believe it? This needs to be solidified within your being. Okay? Whoever I'm talking to, you're very, very, very powerful. because of what you went through, it can be very conflicting. It can be very overwhelming to find out this information about yourself. What is this 2, though, Spirit? What is this last card, 2? 10 of Pentacles, guys. Harmony, balance, legacy. Tapped into your ancestors and yourself on a very, very, very deep level. Creating a legacy for your family and for what you're building and what you've always wanted and envisioned for yourself. I mean, can you get any better than this, guys? I mean, this is the most simple 2 card in this deck. I mean, it's just, it's harmony, it's balance, it's bringing 2. Oh, that's right. You're right, Spirit. I'm going to show them that. Life itself is a perfect balance. Yeah, somebody's coming into the information that everything is fine. You know, just be concerned about yourself. 2 things bond on an atomic level. I'm telling you, something is with this 4 over here, the second card to come out. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I didn't even notice that. You're blossoming. You're bringing 2 elements of yourself into balance within yourself. And it's giving you access to an abundance of information and energy. And I wanted to show you this right here. It says 2 and the 2 of Pentacles. And then we had this 2 of Pentacles coming out right underneath on the 2 card. You are achieving harmony. You are achieving harmony also with your ancestors and the communication on the other side. This is so powerful, guys. Keep going. Keep going. I mean, sometimes what I see is so much more than what I can verbally say. All right, let's get 1 card for the energy that's going to assist you. And I do need to get going. The world. All right. So, fixed signs could be significant. I'm not sure why that's coming through, but we have the peacock here. We have the crescent moon. You closing out a cycle. Yeah, taming the beast within, kind of going with the flow, seeing the cyclical nature of things. First will be last and the last will be first. Nature is God and God is nature. As above, so below. Yeah. That's way too much today, Spirit. Somebody could be learning about the extra chakras, not just the 7, but the other ones. 2 of Wands, yeah. I see you closing out some kind of cycle. This is going to be kind of like what follows next. You're going to come into some kind of knowledge which helps you understand who you are and what you're meant to do, or at least just the next step, maybe just like the next clue. It's going to be something, though, that's very beneficial for you because you're going to be closing something out and stepping into planning and envisioning and like foresight. With this 2 of Wands, you see him just like looking out, like totally connected to nature, seeing things they never saw before. It's like connecting things, like, oh my goodness, like this makes sense now. And it's because of this information that you're allowing to come in, even with it feeling like conflicting and maybe like it's an inner conflict. It's not external. I mean, don't make it come up external, like as within, so without. So if you're noticing something external, that means you need to go within and tap into that, and check with yourself. Be like, why am I feeling this way? Or observing conflict externally. And that's going to be for somebody, not everybody. I feel like most of the people that are watching this, it's internal. This 0 point energy, you know, it's just very overwhelming. But when you do go into that field, you can pull out this knowledge, your king knowledge of what you're fully capable of with this fire energy. And then you actually making the plans with the foresight and connecting, like, oh wow, I never noticed all of this was here before, but now I see the beauty, I see the stars, I see the moon. You're connecting with the stars and the moon. Maybe you're doing ceremonies and you know, that's the macrocosm, you're the microcosm. And if you start noticing the patterns and what they connect, you can call on these forces, these energies to really help you and benefit you and Mother Gaia and this whole earth realm at this time. I just want one more. Devil. Okay, hold on. That's really weird. Something about the Antichrist. Hold on. One more. I think I know where this is going, but I want to be sure. Ace of Wands. This is a lot of fire. Closing out seconds. You're going to get some kind of passion and inspiration, but it's going to come with... It's going to be birthed from something that you're going to witness, some kind of toxic, limiting belief that others are exhibiting that maybe you didn't see in the past, but now you see very clearly, and it's going to ignite some kind of passion in you, and I feel like that's going to be part of your mission. That's going to be part of your highest timeline here on this earth realm. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, stay grounded. Stay in the full... So, not judging experiences from past experiences, but also remembering those lessons. But you don't want to approach the situation that's like, oh, I already know. No, you don't. You want to approach it as if it's for the very first time and have that full energy, because you are guided and you are protected. And it's like you can root out these devil energies. And it's like really listening. Even the Two of Wands, it just looks like they're connecting with the nature and just like... I see silence in that card. I see silence, and I see them observing. I see them observing nature and the devil. These limiting beliefs. These things that are holding people back from their true passion, this Ace of Wands. And this could be for you as well. I mean, it's the same thing. And maybe this is that spark of inspiration, that idea that's going to come. From your light team, from your higher self. Yeah, you're tapping in, you're really working with the energies in a very, very beneficial way. Oh my God, this thing is like coming up. So let me put this away for a second, and I'm gonna grab a rune. I don't even know if I'm gonna be posting this, but I did feel a little rusty, so I wanted to at least do a read. Yeah, it's for somebody. As long as it reaches at least one person, that's all that matters, right? So, with that said, yeah, I'm a little weird. I gotta put these away first. 3256. I will do one. I will do one. Okay. So I'm going to pull a rune. This deck is also from the same creator. Ear. Dust, loss, letting go, the impermanence of things. Yes, this keeps coming up. The impermanence of things. Things that are impermanent. 3333. So 3 is very, very significant. The rune of the grave, and can represent a hard ending to something. We just saw the world. So yeah, something is coming to an end. And it's after the tsunami, after the inner conflict, you know, the conflicting energy of what you're being shown. The information that you're going to be shown is going to be really hard to, you're like, just be open, be open-minded, because you're being like, go with your first instinct, like that other #1 card was saying, because there are going to be parts of you. I've seen this a lot when people like, oh, you know, your daughter's getting beaten. Oh no, my husband would never do that. Blah, 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 blah. Denial. Like, you're being told the truth and shown the truth, yet people are like unwilling to accept it. But I see you being open to accepting the truth, no matter how unbelievable it might sound, you know, how crazy it's going to sound. Because the truth is that what's really going on, the other worlds and dimensions that are interlaced with ours, it is, and it depends on where you fall and what part of the sequence that you are a part of. Yeah. So the ear teaches that at the end is the beginning again. The first will be last and the last will be first. The end is the beginning and the beginning is the end. There is, people are like, the world's going to end. No, not in that way. So let's pull one card. So those were, that's not the normal Norse rune. It was actually, it's called the Anglo-Saxon runes. Interesting. I didn't even know that there were more than one type of rune. So let's get a Norse rune real quick for help, encouragement, upliftment for this message. Oh yes, I do want to pull a charm. Ooh, I'm seeing the as above, so below, because there's like a reflection, a mirror of the moon. Let's see. Is somebody using my printer? Oh, I thought it was the printer. Hold on, Leo. I'm almost done, please. It's like an upside down Y. Huh. Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, this one's part of, yeah, this isn't a Norse rune either. Interesting, okay. Yeah, it's gonna be something you're not used to. You're gonna be getting information from a source that you're not used to. An offering cup. Okay. So, chalk translates to an offering cup and is known as the rune of the Holy Grail. Go you. Go you. I'm excited. Chalk speaks more to the journey that must be taken rather than the grail itself. Chalk can represent a quest for the sacred, something that may require both physical journeys and inner journeys, as within, so without. We said this. Quest for the sacred, Holy Grail, chalice, epic journey, discovery, whoever you are going on a huge journey. There is something that's closing out here with this ear rune. There's something that's closing out that you're letting go of so that you can venture out onto this new adventure. Wow. You're finding yourself. You're reconnecting with your purpose. Wow. Holy Grail chalice. Oh my God, I want to cry. Go you. Like, this is a great energy to be in. So now I understand why Spirit wanted it to come out, because it's almost like, yes, you have been working a lot with the energies. The sun has your back. You're solidifying all these things within yourself, but there is a caution because, when we go and we do this deep shadow work and we tap into knowledge and information that isn't offered here in the 3D, it can be very overwhelming and it can create conflict within ourselves. But I see somebody taking that and just trusting their instincts and trusting what they've been shown and what they've been guided to, and becoming that Queen of Wands, that creative force, that inspiration, and taking that information and understanding, your highest timeline and what you can do with that power, with that energy that you're being, like, you did it. It's you. You're the one who did all the work. You're the one who passed all these tests and all these trials and tribulations, and you came out the better for it. And it's like, you don't even have hate in your heart. You're not even capable of doing that, because it doesn't serve the greater whole, the all, the one. They need love. They need forgiveness. They need our prayers. They need the invocations. Like, me personally, I ask for everybody in the whole world to be blessed, shown a little spark of magic, or something that touches their soul, that lets them know that they can believe in themselves and love themselves. And yes, they're right. What they're feeling is right. Don't dumb it down. Don't try to blend in with all the rest of the sheeps. You're a lion. Roar like a lion. Speak the truth. You see the truth. Not everybody sees the truth. We have to start speaking up. Don't be afraid to hurt people's feelings, because guess what? They need their feelings hurt in order to see, the truth is chaotic. The truth may, it sets us free, but first it's going to piss you off. But it is the most liberating, amazing feeling. And I know personally for myself, I keep calling in the truth. I'm like, I don't care how much it's going to hurt, how, wrong I've been in the past, whatever. I now welcome it. I want the truth. Then I can move forward and make the best decisions for myself and my family, and help my son instill confidence and belief and faith in himself, so that he's not constantly having to get validation and understand, just getting things externally, like really putting faith and trust in that inner light. Like that one card was saying, trust your instincts, trust that initial thought. Don't let the mind, don't let that ego come in and be like, oh no, you're wrong. How could that even be possible? You're just this type of person. That's what it wants. Okay, we're battling an energy that's within ourselves, because we are half light and we are half dark, just like that card was saying, light and shadow. If you're in touch with the Anunnaki and where we come from, the genetic splicing, you will understand, yeah, we are half dark, we are half light. Yes, our parents, basically, our genetic parents made us slaves. And you can see it rippling out in the patterns. I personally can definitely resonate with that. And I was like, I do not want to be a slave. I'm not going to be a slave like these other people. And I never understood why I kept saying that. And as my journey kept going and unfolding, I started understanding why I always said that and why I felt that way. Because it is, and this is so much bigger than something personal. Nothing can be taken personally when you're doing this kind of work, because a lot of the energy that you're going through isn't even yours. Keep documents, write it down, figure out what is yours and what is not yours. What are indications of energies that are coming into you that you're going to be interacting with. Okay, it's actually a lot of fun, because sometimes you'll know that you're on the right path because of all these synchronicities. Oh, wow, I really wanted to buy this, but this isn't something that I usually buy. Why do I want to buy this? Is it because it's something that I watched? A piece of information? Is this literally going to help my aura, my body, my path? Or is this an energy that I'm picking up on that belongs to somebody else that I'm going to be interacting with later? I know it sounds like a lot, but you can start having a lot of fun with this, guys. Isolation and it is healthy. It's very beneficial, so that you know what is yours and what is not. Staying out of judgmental groups that are not helping or benefiting you. Communities and stuff that are not aligned to your belief system anymore. It's okay to let go. It's okay to close out those cycles, like that world was saying, and letting go, and even the rune. It's time to let those things go, because you're meant for bigger, better things. Okay, you can't try and blend in and be normal with these people, because they're not even working from the truth. They're still asleep. They're still the sheep that are being herded and directed. But for whoever this video is for, you're not like them. Quit thinking that you're missing out. Okay? Because our families, our soul tribe, the people that are meant for us will come into our lives, and we got to keep going, moving forward, all right? 4320. I will. I want to. I'm going to pull just one, because these are really short and simple. Even the guidebook has the same exact thing that's on the cards. There's like no extra meaning, so. But I do like them. They're very pretty. Starlight Frequency Oracles. Let's get 3 to help the collective, and then we'll close this out. Please and thank you. Wow, I felt really good doing this. The more you take care of your body, also, the more these energies will come and visit you. Yeah, because some of them are very sensitive. They'll only come and visit those who are really loving on themselves and understanding that the universe lives within them, and they have the capacity to bring, to create reality. So expansive growth. You are experiencing an infinite loop of expansion. And that is, when you go into that universal field and stuff, and you realize that we're all here having an experience, and we're all just part of it. Yeah, the loop of expansion, the infinity sign. You could be seeing this sign. The snake. The snake also reminds me of just Kundalini energy. The serpent rising. Yeah. Knowledge. Yeah, even with Adam and Eve, that's like that's another original trauma, like shame and blame. Like, what did Adam do? Oh no, she told me to. She told me to. And even Adam and Eve, it's the explanation of like the atom, splitting the atom, and Adam taking the rib from Adam and creating Eve. It's not literal. People are too literal and logical. Like yeah, you'll start seeing all the patterns and all the connections and how it ripples out, and how we've been just completely in the dark. Like, they know not what they do, literally. Because we've been looking at it from the wrong perspective, so. Sacred prayer. 23. All you must do is ask. Call upon the Ascended Masters for guidance. You have expansive growth. You are going through a period of just abundant energy. Something about a desert as well. And pink flowers. Sunflowers as well. This is going to help you let go and just relax. And realize there is no place to be. There is no place to go. There's no person to be. Just existing. And observing and loving and showing gratitude for all the little miracles. I feel like somebody's going to start seeing the other, your frequency is going to get to a point where you're able to perceive the other beings, fairies. They're just not what we thought they were. We make up an image in our mind of what they're supposed to be, or from movies and whatnot. But that's not how it is. And you'll realize that. You'll be like, oh my God, all these things, vampires, werewolves, all of them are real, but they're energies. And think of Scooby-Doo. They're people. The monsters are people. You take off the mask and it's a person, right? But they were still a monster. It's the same thing, right? We're dealing with people that have the attributes of these energies, and who I'm talking to, you have divine light attributes, and that's why you went through so many tests, trials, and tribulations. Crossroads, the path. Number 33. Despite your doubt, your path is clear. And it's funny because you see these two roads, but here is a cobble path going up. Again, believe in the first instinct. Believe in yourself. Do not allow the ego. Tell the ego, be like, hey, we will feed you. I will talk to you. I will love you. But you will not create doubt on our path when we're being gifted and shown the truth. I release any energy that doesn't belong to my authentic self. My energy stays with me. Your energy stays with you. I love you. The universe loves you, and everything's working out for your best and your highest good. And until next time, guys, peace.